Hey, yeah, what's up? Someone called me and my phone went off. And then when I came back, my network was so bad. This is. Oh, this is me attempting to comb my hair portion by portion. Hey, welcome to my what? What is this? My live? My channel. I'm trying to learn how to comb my hair the right way. Okay, so now let me blow out this one because I think I'm wasting a lot of stuff. Thank you for coming. Chill with me. Give me a topic to talk about. I don't have a topic in particular to talk about today. Where are you watching me from? Okay, so I need to learn how to comb my own hair. That's the topic of today. And I'm taking it set by set, piece by piece, going slow and steady. So I get one portion, I comb it out real good, and then after I oil it, and then I make sure it's all fine, and then I'm getting the dryer now. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh my God. Okay, see how much hair has come out of that small portion. Now imagine you have to do the whole head. Yo, it was so small. See how much hair is here. Before you all start judging me, we didn't grow up with hair. They used to make us cut our hair. Probably until you had your own independence or you were done with school. You know, they used to tell us hair was a distraction to our education. So you can't have it to distract you from succeeding in life. Man, the amount of racism in this statement. And you know what the saddest thing is? All children we went to school with that were colored or white, they never used to like punish them for keeping their hair. They always had their hair. Always. But all black kids were supposed to cut their hair. In fact, if you brought your child to school and your child's hair wasn't cut to bald or, well, like a 1 centimeter, they'll send you back with your kid. Like, don't bring us your kid with hair. Yo, you don't get it. It was crazy. You know, and it is so normalized. It is so normal in Africa. So normal. You know, for parents not to, even our own parents didn't grow up with that hair. What are they supposed to teach you? Of course, they'll teach you what they were taught. Like, colonialism is so fucked up because it really went above and, like, they went above and beyond with this whole colonialism thing. You know? Now look at me, a grown-ass woman, can't even comb my own hair, man. You know? I've progressed so much because there was a time when I didn't know how to even wash it right. I thought I'll just put soap and, you know, here we find ourselves paying people to do things for us, small things that we can do for ourselves. And it is so normal. Like, imagine you have to pay someone to wash your hair for you. You have to pay someone to blow out your hair. You have to, like, it is crazy. And it's normal. Because majority of the population, if not the entire population, they don't know how to take care of it. Remember, black hair, most of our hair is 4C. My hair is 4C, you know? I don't want to make it straight like white people hair, but that's what most people resort to. They make their hair straight like white people hair. So it just becomes like as if like a wig. They don't have the roughness, the rough texture. They don't have it anymore, you know, because it's so hard to take care of this hair. And it's also very costly, like so expensive. So when you look at it, that's why you see a lot of African people just have braids, have cornrows to protect their hair, because if you leave it exposed for so long, since it's hard to take care of, it starts breaking. But I won't lie, this is some of the hardest hair. My hair is like a cloth. Like, it's like a wool. You know wool? That's how my hair is like. You can even hear it make sound. It can make sounds when you rub it. It's so hard. Anyway, let's get another bunch. This one should be done. But I guess for the next generations, we shall teach them better. You know, for those of you that have kids, try to teach yourselves these things so that you teach them to your kids. You know, teach them to love their hair, teach them to appreciate that. Because trust me, there is a lot of self-esteem issues around hair in Africa. So many misconceptions, you know. A lot of people have gone out of their way to literally do things to their hair just because they've been told and taught it's not a beauty standard. Like hair, to have your hair out like this is not a beauty standard. So many people are very insecure about their hair, you know. And the saddest part is you'll be shamed by not just men, but by women too. They'll shame you for having your natural hair out. Yep, they'll shame you. It's crazy. But that's it is what it is, you know. But just so you know, you need to teach your kids to love their hair. You need to teach your kids to love their hair. You need to teach them to love the color of their skin, the complexions and everything. You need to teach them. You need to compliment your children from when they are children, from when they are young. You know, don't let no stranger compliment your child first. You know, don't let your child act so shocked when they hear something nice said about them. You know, because there's kids, there is women out there my age who are so consumed and taken up by sweet nothings. Like a man will come and tell them they're beautiful, and because they don't hear this often or it's new for them, they'll do anything for this man. They'll be taken up, they'll be taken advantage of. You find a man who would give women bare minimum, the least bare minimum that exists. And it's not even in actions, just words. They don't even mean this shit, you know? Don't let your child get excited over small things that you can do for them, you know? We've lost so many children to illnesses and diseases that they could not or they didn't have to face or, you know, get caught up in. Situations, friends, you know, teach your children certain values. These things you have to teach your children. Nobody's going to help you on that. I understand most of you work so hard, you have 2 jobs or more, and you have so many shifts, you're barely spending time with your kids. But if you don't do some of these things, if you don't make time for them, your child, you're going to lose this child that you're working so hard for. You know, you're going to lose this child, especially the girl child. But now we also have a problem. The boy child is also being manipulated, you know? So nobody is safe. You need to teach your children the power of who they are, how they look. You need to teach them. You need to show them, you know? Stop abusing your children, their futures. You know, we grow up in Africa, all our parents, if you've grown up in Africa, you know for a fact, if you've ever been around people that's abusive, they've abused you a facial future. You know, they've abused you. You're either too dark, you're not too brown, too light, your skin is not too fair. They abuse these things, you know, they will abuse you, or your nose is big, you know. They'll make jokes about this stuff. They'll literally crack up on you. But as a parent, it's your job, you know. Progress. We are making progress. So I was watching a documentary. By the way, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it with my full chest because I believe it's true. a lot of bad things that happen to children, to people, I blame the parents. I was watching a documentary yesterday, but one, I think yesterday, and it was about serial killers. You know, when they do a survey asking different serial killers to look at different videos, or sorry, the same video, these are different serial killers. They were given different videos, right? And they were asked to, in this entire crowd of people, who would you kill? They would have them look at the same video, different people, unrelated, different criminal cells. And all these serial killers chose the same people, all of them, all. And when you ask, or when they were asked why, you know, they gave their reasons, and one of the reasons that stood out for me was low self-esteem. If a person has low self-esteem, even when they walk, you can see it. When they talk, you can see it. How they carry themselves, you cannot hide low self-esteem. Most of you will say, oh, I have anxiety, I have social something disorder, you know, I'm bipolar, I'm all these. You are setting yourself up to fail. You are. You know, and most of these are all deep rooted within childhoods. You know, those post-traumatic disorders, what are they called? What? PTS. If you had a traumatic experience as a child, multiple, chances are high some people don't heal. I did have a childhood traumatic experience. I do have them. Sometimes I even have nightmares about some of these things. But one thing you're not going to catch me do is to live like I have those things, is to believe, or, you know, it's not even denial. I've learned to live with my demons, you know. I have. And I'm not going to let anybody in my life ever put me in a position like that, in any position like that. But most people are not that strong, you know. They've been broken and torn down by their past experiences. The world is seeing that. People are watching that, and people are willing to prey on that. They're willing to take advantage of you. So, yep, serial killers. People are out there. People are crazy. The world is crazy, you know. The world is crazy. You know, when I was growing up, let me tell you a funny story. There is almost by now, everybody I went to school with has kids. Every female, as long as they're still alive, they have kids. Most of them didn't even go far in life, especially those I started out school with. They didn't go far in life. I remember when I was younger, we had male teachers, right? But one of them taught us, used to teach us something. One of the things he used to teach us was always look, if you're talking to someone, especially the opposite sex, always look at them directly in the eye and don't blink. Look straight in this person's eyes. Let them say what they have to say. And then when they are done, do not go back and forth with the opposite sex. If you can't do it, say no. If you can be clear about your no and let your no stand. Don't be telling nobody, no, no, you're crazy. You know, and this is something I was taught as a child. Learn to stand your grounds. Don't be looking away from people. Look at people. Look at them and stand your ground. Always stand your ground. This man also taught me the first thing that comes to your mind is always right. That's called your instinct. I was so young, and I grew up having people around me. Most of them would say they don't like me because I was not easy. Like, I wasn't the type of girl that you'd come up to and I was bawling. I was not a team player. If I didn't like something, you would never catch me being influenced to do anything I don't want to do, you know? And that it caused me a lot of issues growing up, but it also saved me from a lot of things, because a lot of my friends that were so-called team players were knocked up at a very young age by these same boys that wanted them to play ball with them, that were being too friendly and fake nice. A lot of them are single mothers at such a young age. They were abandoned, left behind. There is nothing to be proud of at that. Nothing. So for me, if there is anyone that has ever taught me anything in my life that I'm so grateful for, it was that man. He was called James Mukasa. He taught me a lesson that saved me my whole life. A lesson that made me the person that I am today. I'm not gonna lie. I was so young, but I lived by that man's words. Like, everything depended on it, because there was so many. When you're young, and especially a girl child in a society that is dominated by men, you don't even understand what's at stake. You don't know what the risks are. You don't. You're growing up around people who believe it is okay for a 15-year-old to get married. It's okay for a 14-year-old to have kids. These are people who even use themselves as examples. They're like, our grandmother gave birth at that age, she's fine. Our mother did this. You're not special, you're not any different. So stuff like that, stuff like that. And these are the same people that had no intentions of protecting the girl child, because the world was so dominated by men, and the women were raised to submit. By all means, all my friends, thank you, Carol. All my friends growing up, I don't even have a childhood friend, you guys. I don't even know where those people are, because most of them would get pregnant and disappear, you know? And for me, I learned the hard way. Having kids is not a goal in life. It takes you nowhere. Children are supposed to be a reward. You're only supposed to have children after you've achieved your dreams and you've made something of yourself. And you feel like, okay, I'm old enough, I'm stable enough to now have kids. Kids are not, even if you don't have kids, the world is not going to come to an end. We're not going to go extinct. I mean, you have all these rich people every day looking for ways on how to expand on the human race or replace it, you know? It's pointless to have children just so you can suffer alongside them. It's not fair. It's really not. And for me, there are things I don't believe in, and I'll die not believing in them. I'm not being selfish, but I'm also trying to preserve myself. What's the point? I have failed, man. I have not yet unlocked my potential, all of it. I've not even achieved all of my dreams, not even 10% of them. I'm struggling to live, and you want me to go out there. The chances of getting a man who will leave you a single mother are almost 90%. I'm not saying, oh, the man, you're going into marriage with a negative mentality. I'm not. But I've seen this too much for me to be naive and believe that, oh, I'm special, I'm different, this man will be different. Because majority of the people that's in marriages, they have good things to say about them when they're trying to convince the unmarried to marry. But on the other side, when they're talking among themselves, they have nothing good to say. Hi, Shami. They literally have nothing good to say about their marriages. The men are cheating on them. If they're not cheating on them, they're abusive. The women are struggling. As a woman, you're expected to be the wife. And also these days, you're also supposed to bring in 50-50. So how am I supposed to be a housewife? And on top of that, work all day to be the one bringing in a 50%. I mean, you get drained up. You can't even save even if you wanted to, And then everyone expects you to be happy. Oh, be happy because you have children. Children are joy. Give me, what are the advantages of having children versus the disadvantages? I'm not saying if you've had them, throw them away. It's your cross now. You have no choice. But you need to stop convincing the people that don't have kids yet that, oh, they are missing. What are they missing? Like, let's be realistic. What are they missing? I have nothing against kids, but I'm just being realistic right now. What are they missing? When you look at all these people that's had kids, most of them are very angry all the time. They're unhappy. They have withered away. They can't even remember the last time they were relaxed. It is constant pressures of society, drama. Like, oh my God, as if it's not enough. The families of these men taunt these women. Their own, the women families are taunting them. Like, society will be fast to tell you to have children, but as you have these children, you'll be on your own. Nobody's going to come. You'll be like, oh, my friend, oh, when I hadn't had kids, you're the one saying I should. Yeah, so you know, when you have no kids and everyone is in your business trying to convince you to have these kids, once you have them, you're on your own. I've seen so many people, so many relationships. This man will come, and that's the worst thing that can happen to a woman, because it's happened to me before. A man will come, he'll do everything in his power to knock you up. He'll tell you and sell you this dream of how he wants a family, how he wants nothing other than to live the rest of his life with you, you know? Oh, convincing you to have a kid. Meanwhile, you look all nice and everything. The moment you have this kid, this man is going to switch up on you. This man can't even change the baby's diaper because he doesn't think it's a man's thing. This man wants to go out and be with his friends. Meanwhile, you've been pumping your breasts all day, all night. You can't even rest. It's even worse if you have other kids already. They're screaming and shouting. You have to cook, you have to clean, do the laundry, get these kids ready, get them cleaned up. By the time your day ends, you have not even caught a break of your own. Some of you are living in countries where you can't even get help. Help is so expensive, so you're on your own. My goodness. I'm sorry, but no. Not for me. I'll be stressed and straight up, honest. See me here. I'm 30 years old. I'll be 31 in September. That's about 2 months, 3 months from now. I'll be 31 years old. I'm the oldest child in my family. I have no kids. I've attempted to have kids before. That didn't go well. I had a miscarriage, and I'm not even, at first I was traumatized about it, but the things that I experienced that led to that miscarriage was so traumatizing in that already before I even attempted to get pregnant. Now, let me tell you the funniest thing. From when I was way younger, I'm one of those kids that knew I didn't want to have kids. I didn't have intentions of getting married. But because as Africans, we have these society things. Everyone tells you, oh my God, how can you not have kids? What if your parents didn't have you? You're so selfish. And then they go about to preach to you all this nonsense of how it is the way of life. Every woman is supposed to have, and you know what? They start them young. As a child, the games they're giving to these kids are to play with toys, dolls, give them babies at a young age, manipulate them mentally, program them. So the baby has a doll, your child is supposed to be playing with other kids or actually watching TV, TV, no more shows, plays, educative stuff. That's what your child is supposed to be doing. Not playing with dolls, teaching them on how this is your baby now. How is a baby, your baby, supposed to be having a baby at such an age? It's programming. So this child grows up, and in Africa, it's worse. They even teach you games on how to be like a whole family. You're the mother, oh, you're the father. Now you have a baby. This is how you take care of them. So they literally recreate what a family looks like. And these are the games kids are playing from when they are really young, mentally programmed. So these kids are growing up admiring these things. They're like, oh, I want to be a mother. I also want to be a mother. They're not looking at the other side of life, you know, like there is more to this. So society also tells you, hi, Christopher. Society, oh, how are you? How is your Sunday? Are you okay? You know, society also programs it, and they tell you, you know, they have all these systems put in place to ensure that you must procreate by all means necessary. So I mean, I you don't understand. Yo, peer pressure is serious. Like, it's not even just, it's society pressure, religious pressure, family pressures, everything is pressure. So everyone is like, oh my God, you're done with school now. The next step in your life is to find a man and start a family. Oh my God, women are out here rushing. They've been told you don't have much time. Your biological clock is ticking. You people don't understand. When a woman goes to the hospital and she is past a certain age, even the medical documentation does not document them normally. They say old PG or something like that, like you're old. Can you imagine? Like, everything has been built around this. There is no escaping it. You have to be smart, smarter than the system to escape certain things, you know? Meanwhile, your frontal lobe has not even developed, and already they're telling you you must go and get married. I'm good, just joining your live, and it's so informative. Yeah, I'm just trying to learn how to comb my hair, and it kind of triggered me into a section of conversations, you know? So I was there. I finished university. I've grown. I had a business. I was doing very well financially at that time for my age. Everything was working out. You know, I'm looking at all my friends, all the people I went to camp to university with. This one is married. This one, and they make sure to tell you, "Hello, I've gotten married. Oh, when is yours?" I feel, and for me, I kept feeling like I'm too young to get to even be in a relationship. So I'm like, okay. So now you start feeling like you have no time, because already society has put that in your head. You know, they're telling you, you imagine you tell someone you're 23 and you have no kids. You're 25, you have, oh my God, when do you plan on giving birth? You're aging. Your bones will not be able to push. They have so many stories, yo, and nothing is safe to listen to. So your friends are telling you the same thing. Your parents are stressing you about the same thing. Society is. You look everywhere you look, man. Why are people still advertising marriage, yet there are so many divorce, levels of divorce or rates, divorce rates are insane. Why is it so important that people must get married and have kids? Meanwhile, so many kids raised in broken families, yeah? And some of these people, because they won't let go, they have to raise their kids in complete terrible families. And now these are the humans we have to deal with. You're out here running your life after healing, growing up around a bit of love, this, and then you meet this person. And then this person has never experienced actual love, not even from their parents. They don't even know what that is, you know? And you're out here, loving people who are unlovable. And now they mess you up. They start to break you. And now you're a whole different person. Now you have to pay so much for therapy. Now you have to go through so many things just to exist. And you have so many fears unlocked. Yo, this is all I can say. Do whatever you want. It's your life. But at the end of the day, do not do things because all society has deemed it or your biological clock is ticking. My dear, you can even have your first child at 40. Yes. You can even have your first child at 45. This is true. Okay? This is so true. Everything is possible. Whatever has been taught to us is not true. If you don't have kids, now let me tell you, you people who say that if you don't have kids, who will take care of you in your old age? Have you heard of something called saving? Saving. You can have a child, you can have kids. This is the majority. I mean, look at me. I was hard, right? My father is alive, but I want nothing to do with that man. I don't talk to him. I don't know the last time I seen him. In my whole existence, I've seen that man less than 15 times. Yes. The earlier times, it is him who chose not to see me. But the later times, I'm the one who chose. You understand? Isn't he there? Is he dead? He's thriving. Didn't he have a child or other kids that also don't talk to him or he doesn't talk to? You understand? Having children is not a must. This business of you having children just so they can serve you in your old age. What are you doing with your life? Children are expensive. The amount of money that, if that's the reason for you to have kids, my dear, get a saving scheme and call it your child, okay? Start putting money into it. Every time, today you can wake up and say, oh, my child is so sick. What is the insurance cost for treating this child? Yeah, $2,000, put it in savings since you have no sick child. Be delusional. Yeah. My phone has its own issues. Are you even hearing me? I had to put it in the fridge. It was heated up. Let me close my fridge. Happy birthday to me. Everyone prepare birthday gifts for me. My birthday is in September. I will not take excuses this year. But jokes aside, you people, let's be serious, man. Let's be serious, okay? I know what's wrong with the phone. Something has changed. But my hand. Okay, where was I? Sorry, I can't delay to comb too long because it is getting stuck together. I do have a lot of hair on my head. Oh, to be African. Now I'm sweating. Ah, all I'm saying, guys, your choices, your life choices should not depend on anything anybody tells you. You know, your life choices should not be reliant on other people's opinions. Your choices should be your own. They shouldn't be anybody's, because by the time you make a choice of your own, it means you can stand by it, you can defend it, you know, and your regrets won't be as painful, you know. Ah, ah, oh my God. Ah. These are things I'm supposed to be talking about on my second channel, you know, make videos. Because there is a reason why this channel is called Doreen's African Experiences. At my age, I have experienced so much. If I start narrating to you all my experiences, I think, what the fuck is that? I think there would be so much to learn from my experiences, you know, over the few years I've lived. That's why I never advise anyone. I can guide you, I can offer pointers, but I can never say, I advise you to do this. This is the only way. No. My biggest source of advice in life to people is to assist them to do what they want. Because at the end of the day, you're the one going to face the consequences of that choice, all those choices. Nobody else. I'm not me who you're asking to advise you. I'm not going to be facing any repercussions, you know. I'm not. At the end of the day, you are going to face your own consequences of your choices and of your actions. Man, this hair, this is crazy. Should I spray it? Maybe I'll spray it tomorrow. It needed more combing because it can get even longer than this, but I'm tired. My hands. But my people, the core of this live is to remind you, please, 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 if you have any African person, any African, especially you people with children, teach your children to love themselves. We are having, do people understand that surgeries are getting cheaper and cheaper and more affordable by the day and more accessible? You people don't understand the power of surgery. I have a friend, I wouldn't say friend, I have a person that I know. She's a person of interest. She had, when she first had her first surgery, right? She just wanted to lose weight, right? She was like, I have my wedding is coming up. I want to look snatched. I want to lose some weight. You know, I want to like have that waist. I was like, cool, go to the gym. She told me, Doreen, there is no time. Gym results will take long. I said, okay. So what are you going to do? You know, what do you have in mind? She was like, my husband, he's rich. I should be able to ship some Ozempic, right? I was like, okay. and there are side effects of Ozempic. She was like, I don't care. Everyone is using it. Celebrities are using it. Should be fine. And it was fine. She used it. She got snatched. Oh, she got snatched. She got those jaw lines, you know. And she got married. Got her wedding done. Yeah. I thought the whole situation was over at the Ozempic. You people don't understand how much I've been wanting to lose weight, you know. But remember, me, I don't have a rich man, so I can't afford Ozempic. But I was tempted at that time. Now, the next thing I heard, her next step was she said, my nose, I need to just reduce it a bit here. You know, it's bigger, it's kind of bigger than my face now and I don't know why I didn't lose weight in the nose. I think it's the cartilage or something. Maybe it doesn't lose weight. I said, okay. So she books a trip to Turkey. She goes, she gets a nose job. Good, it looked good. So around that time, she wasn't talking to me as much, right? Because she thought and felt like I didn't belong. See, most people, when they get married, they actually cut off their unmarried friends. Did you know that? It's a thing. It's very common. Because I think the unmarried friends will remind them of the life they had or something. Or most of them say that the unmarried friends will steal their husbands. They say a lot of things. So she cut me off. And for me, when people cut me off, I don't fuss. I can look for you and try to apologize if I did something, because trust and believe, most of the times I'm the one in wrong. Well, because I have a mouth on me, you know, I don't hold back. When something comes to me, I say it. And sometimes for me, I think I'm saying things innocently, but people are taking them too seriously. I don't know how to lie. Yeah, I don't know how to lie to people, especially when my head does not believe it. So, I made peace with the cut off. I said, okay, it's okay. Now, fast forward. I was still following her because she didn't block me, which means I didn't do much to her. She just found a new friend group. Guess what she did surgery for? She said her arms did not reduce as she wanted. She went. I didn't even know you could have an arm fat reduction. You people, this girl has done surgeries. If I tell you, yeah, she doesn't look like her old pictures anymore. She has bleached by about what? I don't know what she's using to bleach. Because it's not these bleaching creams or something. It's like injections, IVs, because now they're using those. She's not the same person, and this is within just 1 year. 1 year. I took long to check up on her account. I said, now these are just filters. Come on. These are filters. Someone can't change drastically like that. Yo, she looks like that. She was hosted on a certain TV, and I swear to God, she's not the same person. She's not. And these surgeries were not even done in an expensive country, but they are costly still, you know. So that's the problem with surgery. You have a child today, this child has concerns that they've told her or told him, your nose is too big, your nose is too big. You think that is like an insecurity. No, you have to talk to your children. Show them that everything about them is beautiful, you know. Show them, tell them your nose is beautiful. Your nose. Show them that different people that have passed through life that had a nose similar to your child, if this is your child, because there are many. There are people that have come and gone, and they were great people. They were successful. They made it even with a nose like hers or like his, you know. They were loved. They found love, you know. They were admired. So what is so different about your child that your child cannot be loved, you know? Show them if they're worried about their skin color, they're not light enough, fair enough, they're not, they feel like just because they are dark, they're not beautiful. Show them. Show them that we have powerful people that have been black, that are still here, that were here, you know. Look at the positives of life and teach your child these things. Stop telling your children they're being dramatic, you know, they're being crazy. Because most of your responses to your children are crazy. Because you don't understand. Most of you who are giving birth right now, you're raising a whole different generation. You're raising a generation that knows how to use all types of gadgets. They have access to different things. You know, if your child doesn't have access, the classmates have, you know. There is no protecting your child. Tell them the truth about the world. Tell them they will not be liked by the color of their skin by certain people. And it's true. In this day and age, racism is still existing strongly. Yes, in this day and age. You people, teach them the different types of racism that are there so they are prepared. You think you're not telling them and you're not protecting them. Your children are going to get faced with a shock of life when they experience certain things in life, you know. For your girls, teach them to love their, it's okay for your hair not to fall all the way to your back. It is really okay. And your hair is beautiful the way it is. Yes, black is beauty. Teach them. Show them as their mother, live the truth, live that truth. But how is your child going to appreciate their texture of hair when you have wigs on all the time? Get a break, get a time in your life, maybe 1 week, and have your natural hair out. Show them, walk proudly. Let them see you. Most of the time, children are going to learn from what they see, not what you tell them. You cannot tell me you love your hair, but you have wigs on all the time. You can't even walk around at night without one. Practice what you preach. So most of us have been raised with so many insecurities. And it's not even our fault. We landed in a time where things were like that. And things continue to be like that. You know? And it's okay. It's your job, man. If you don't teach them, if you don't show them, you're raising a child that is going to fall prey to so many ugly things, you know? I've been studying up on a lot of things. I came across another theory. What was that? Someone did a theory, a lecturer in some university scientifically. They had bottles of water. This is something I read up on. They had bottles of water, 2 sets, one set and another set on the right. One of them they would tell mean things to. You know, they would abuse it, insult it. And the other one, they would say nice things to it. Apparently, after the period of time that was set, they looked at they froze the water and looked at it under a microscope. The set that they said nice things to had crystallized into such beautiful patterns. So beautiful. And then the other water that was abused, had molecules that could not even have formed anything. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And this person concluded by saying our bodies are 75, even possibly more % water. What we tell ourselves will manifest. If you keep telling yourself, I'm ugly, my eyes are not good, my nose is bad, this and this, you're going to look exactly like that, even though you don't. Remember, the human mind is, it's like we have a perception of things that are not even there. You know, people will tell you you can manifest things into existence, and you don't even understand the power of your mouth. Be kind to yourself, you know. You don't have to be something to say it and believe it. And if you say something long enough, you are going to become it. I swear. I'm not telling it's, and don't be sarcastic with this, because most of you have a way of turning things into jokes. But trust me, if you say something long enough, you will become it. You will look like it. Your body will shift and look or feel like it. Remember, your brain and your body operate on different frequencies. That's why if someone came and cut you and you didn't see them, you won't feel pain. You will only feel pain after you've seen the cut and the blood, and like, oh my God, so much pain. But if I've seen this many times, if something happens to you and your brain has not seen it, thought about it, or expected it, you will not understand it. Your brain, you know that your brain is the first thing to be created when you're being made in your mother's stomach or womb. The brain forms fast. I think that's why doctors will tell you for the first 3 months of your pregnancy, they are the most crucial. Yes. Hold on. Hey. Angie. Ndi fine, ndiko live ko YouTube. You okay? The shop, how did the shop thing go? Okay. Bye. So, guys, I was telling you. So apparently your brain forms before your body. So your brain is present while the rest of your body is forming. Yep. It's there. And the brain can rectify and fix you, but most times it just refuses. So ideally, your brain, you know, and it stays trying to keep you alive. Actually, there is another thing I found out. You know how when we get sick, by the time we realize we are sick, we have already been sick for a while. So we only start feeling the signs and symptoms of the sickness when the brain realizes that, oh shit, this guy is sick. So the brain tries to fix you. That's why you get all these signs and symptoms. So meanwhile, by the time you're getting all these signs and symptoms, you've already been sick. The brain just didn't know about it. And you are not feeling sick, but you are sick. Okay, it's safe to say that I do a lot of research that is unnecessary. I'm always trying to read up on different stuff. You know, I like to learn. I know too much. I know too many things. Sometimes I just keep quiet, but I'm always trying to study up on stuff. But seriously speaking, you know, be a little more kind to yourself. You know, teach your children. I emphasize that because I want to believe that you had this child by choice. You know, you woke up, you wanted to be a mother, and you went, and then you got a partner or somebody, and then you had a child. So wouldn't you want the best for this child? Of course you would. Now go out of your way to prepare your child mentally. You know, there are things that I was taught that have lived by for so many years. I've lived by these things. And you have to understand that I've lived around so much social pressure. My God. I'm a good looking girl, very good looking, nice body. I was even way sexier back then, like way hotter. If you think I'm hot now, you should have seen me like 4 or 5 years ago, way hotter. You don't understand the things that men tried to offer me. To this day, by the way, if I wanted, I'm telling you this straight up, if I wanted to be anywhere in life, I can. But the cost is too high. The cost is too high. It's high. You think about it, the cost is high. You know? It is okay not to have everything you want. It is okay not to be where everyone is. It's okay. Because you don't know the sacrifices these people have made to be where they are. You don't know the risks they have taken. I feel like if you just stopped, comparing yourself to other people, you'd be a happier person. Because I'm going to use the people that I know. There is some, we call them slay queens. There are certain slay queens that I know myself that have, they have bought so many things. They have beautiful cars. These are people with your same age as me. Chances are high I even look better than them, right? But the things these people have done to have what they have and be where they are, to even maintain that life, I don't think personally I can do them because my conscience is so fucking crazy. I'm the type of person that I'll say something mean to someone and it will haunt me, and it will really haunt me. I'll fail to sleep. I'll be so unstable. I'll lose my shit. I'll lose my mind until this person even remotely talks to me. I'm not looking for validation or anything, but my conscience is so conscious, I think. Like, I'm too self-aware. I know it is hard for me to function after doing something bad to someone intentionally. I feel so bad. And it leaves me feeling so bad. I'm not saying I'm perfect or I'm a saint, no, but I'm saying it is so hard for me to consciously do certain things. Hi, Blaze, how are you? And I can't do the things some of these people do. So for me, I say it is okay. Let me not have that fancy car. When the fancy car comes, the fancy car will come. Let me not have the condominium. When it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, I'm still good, I'm not going to rush my life because somebody else is at a certain place, a certain level, and I'm not. Not me. Impossible. I'm okay. See, it's been the weekend. I've been in my house from Friday. I haven't left. I haven't stepped out. I haven't moved. But I've been looking at people the whole day. I look at them on the phone. I know what's up with everyone. I know what they're up to. I look at them. Oh, congratulations. They're congratulations. I'm like, cool. Congs to you. Because I'm thinking, what? Is it worth it? Sometimes I always wonder, what if you do all this stuff? What if you see other people doing certain things and you say, I'm also going to do it. I want to be like them or better than them. And then for you, when you choose to do it, you're used as an example as why people should not do those things. You can be the example. Yo. After doing all that, you just die. God, we've seen these women die. We've seen them die, unfortunately, you know. We've seen them die, brutally murdered and, you know, eliminated. It's not fair, but that's just life. So, as I say, how did I even end up here? It's been like an hour plus. I've been talking on this thing. But at least you guys helped me to keep me company as I comb my hair. I really appreciate that. Because I was supposed to do this on Friday. It's Sunday. I hadn't done it. I had failed to do it. Though you people no longer want to buy memberships on this channel. I have memberships as cheap as $2. Two. But people don't want to. My God, I've fallen. How the mighty fall off this. I used to have so many members on this thing, you know. I just haven't put out content, you guys, because I've been overtaken advantage of. You don't understand how people take advantage of me in this industry, you know. Someone comes, they pick your brain, you pitch to them what you do for their company, and then after they get your ideas, they don't get back to you. And then before you know it, my God, I've suffered. But I think my time won't come. But some things can be changed very easily. I was very sick, by the way. I'm happy that I'm okay now. I'm okay. Look at my nice hair, my beautiful, beautiful hair. And you know what's funny? When I was growing up, I never loved my hair. I used to always think I had such ugly hair. And I think the problem was because I didn't know how to take care of it, comb it. I didn't know any of that. I didn't even know where to start, you know. My God. To be such a natural beauty. Flawless skin. And one thing I want you to know about being black, one of the advantages of being black, having a black skin, is that your scars fade very much. Thank you, Shami. Your